Hey, y'all know it's a party every single time you come through. Welcome to the show. Introducing, I am your girl, Smart Video Girl, aka Miss Chris. Y'all like the shirt? Y'all like woo, Smart Video Girl. Woo, that's me, y'all. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. So happy for you to be here. It is another great edition of Introducing, I am your girl, Miss Chris, and we have a very special show for you today. So I'm so glad you have tuned in. That means you have liked, shared, subscribed, and hit the notification bell so you know exactly what time to be here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on YouTube. So again, make sure you go on to Instagram and follow me at Smart Video Girl. I'm so excited about my new shirts and stuff, y'all. I really enjoy. They're so cute. They're just so me. Okay. And I make them myself because I'm an entrepreneur. So, that's what we do. We do that. So I have a great show for you today. Today is actually my daughter's birthday. When you guys are watching this, it'll be my daughter's birthday. So I'm recording this so I can spend some time with her. And my guest, he couldn't do today because he got something special going on with his wife. They do some boo loving stuff on that. We're gonna talk about that too because I think that's part of the whole topic that we're gonna talk about today. But anyway, we're gonna have a great show for you. We're gonna be talking about a child's mind. It's so fitting. Um, I can't. I can't make this stuff up. It's my child's birthday. We're gonna be talking about a child's mind. My guest is reaching the kids. You know, I, I don't make this stuff up. I just do. I just do what I do. I follow spirit and I move. How about that? So I'm gonna move on with this. Without further ado, I would like to bring up my guest. He's my homie. He's my brother. This is this is family again coming through. It's Doctor. Excuse me. Doctor, we're gonna talk about that too. Doctor BJ Paige. And I'm not even gonna say the first part because that's unnecessary. But Dr. BJ Paige, y'all, he is the first ever returning citizen liaison for the Prince George's County of Maryland. I think that's mad. I think that's major sauce. Okay, major sauce. He's been top 40 under 40. He was honored in the Maryland General Assembly official citation awardee for his community commitment. He was awarded the Citizen of the Year from the Omega Psi Phi fraternity and awarded a Real Good Person award from the radio station of WPGC 95.5 and more. I'm telling you, this brother, I mean, that's just a tidbit, but I don't come in here. I don't like to do all of that because we like to get right to the conversation, get to the nitty gritty, because I'm introducing you all today to my homie, my brother, Dr. William BJ Page. Come on through, bro.
Yeah,
How you
yeah, yeah, yeah,
doing?
yeah, yeah. I like the music, man. Look, play. I like the
Oh,
music.
you like my music.
I
Thank you.
do. I do.
It's a party. I like to party. So, you know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I used to be.
Yes.
Thank you for your time. I hate my bio.
Why?
As a tell hey,
I,
hey, hey, hey.
I know I saw you in the background working. I just had to do that.
But
Why you hate your bio though?
because man, for the people that we will talk about, these
Hmm.
children. Sometimes it makes them nervous or makes them feel funny. So that's all. I'm just being honest, man. You just as I say, we having a conversation and people just here listening. So I'm just
Right.
being
They gonna
honest.
get to learn. They gonna get to meet you if they don't already know.
Yeah.
They gonna learn some new things. I tell everybody, get your pens and papers, because it's note taking time. I'm telling you, the nuggets are gonna get dropped. I'm telling you, it always
Oh
happens. It
man.
happens.
Does it
So
happen with all your guests? Or you just saying that for me?
I'm saying it happens here on this show, and
It's
it
okay.
happens whenever we get together. Period.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Anytime. So that's just what it is.
It
So,
does. It does.
first and foremost, y'all, make sure y'all go and follow my bro Ham on Instagram. Right. Go
Put me
ahead. Go
on
ahead.
IG. I follow
Go ahead.
back.
He
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
he said
DM.
follow, hit the like, hit the
All that.
follow button.
All that.
Okay, BJ Page. Make sure you put the I in there. He hadn't
You
added
know
the doctor yet. I'm gonna ask you this first. First of all, bro, I'm excited that
yeah.
I could call you Dr. Page
That's
now.
crazy, huh? That's crazy.
That's I'm excited. Tell me
That's
how that
crazy.
journey was. How did you come to this point and say I'm gonna study this and become a doctor, and tell us what you studied.
God did, the little DJ Khaled joint. God did, so it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I wasn't planning to do none of this. I was blessed to be, in a space of help, and in that space of help, people always put me in different, circumstances or different initiatives or different groups or different people. Your network is your network. We're gonna talk about all that. But when I was offered the opportunity to have an honorary doctorate in human letters for my community work, and I'm also a chaplain. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's
That's crazy.
crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Because if I can just join in the spirit of the doctorship, because I've had this vision of being a professor, or doctor, or somebody.
But
Yeah,
you are. You
huh?
are. You are. Keep doing the work. It's gonna
I
fall
am.
on
I
your
know
lap.
that.
It's gonna
It's
fall
I
on
said
your lap.
it's again. It's that, and I don't want to get too much into it because that's part of the conversation. But that's part of my. I see that. That's part of my vision. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
can see myself at being addressed as doctor and giving the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it,
What's
it's
crazy is hearing you say that is dope. I'm gonna tell you why. So I've been an adjunct professor at a few schools in
hmm
workforce development, helping the youth and the returning citizens and getting them certified and teach them all this. I've been doing that not, without even having the doctorate, right? So to
right.
be able to have it now and to be humane letters, for community work, it blows my mind. It
That's
blows my mind.
amazing.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I know that's something that you couldn't have even imagined
Nah,
for
not at
for
all.
yourself. Right.
Not,
Right.
not at all, man. And this one
Wow.
here for my kids, my wife, my mom, dad, grandma. I'm so happy grandma got to see it, man. My grandmother, man. Shout out to grandma. She geeked up. Like she's size. I'm her Dr. Grandson.
I know that's right, because that's what you would be too. That's my doctor brother. He would be my doctor everything. That'd be my doctor. That's my doctor brother. What's the doctor brother? I
Yeah.
told you. That's it. That's it right there. How old? Can I ask? How old is your grandmother?
Man, she's about to be 90, man. Next year. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We
Oh, that
planning
makes
we
me so
we
happy.
planning her 90th birthday party in January. Yeah, we planning it right
Wow.
now. Yeah, that's my
Wow.
baby. So all my cousins that's listening, y'all know I'm her favorite. So I'm just go ahead and let the haters gonna hate.
He tried it, y'all. He tried it on y'all. He said, just in case you missed it, he made it on air too for the world to hear. He
Yeah.
said, I know that's right. I asked you that because I think that that's truly a blessing. We talk about, especially in the Black community, of the generations,
Yeah.
seeing our grandparents, seeing being
It's
our
crazy.
ancestors' wildest dreams, you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
And knowing the raw young history of this country, like your grandmother saw a lot
My
in this
grandmother
country.
she was in a small city called Scotland Neck, North
What
North
was it again?
Carolina.
Say it again.
Scotland Neck. Slot
Scotland Neck.
Scotland, yeah. Scotland Neck, that's how they say it. Scotland
Lord.
Neck. But yeah, you're right though. So I remember vividly, like growing up, I was a big Black history buff. So
Mm-hmm.
especially in like middle school. And I remember asking my grandma questions, and she legit can tell me history from her eyes. And some of the
That's
stuff
what I'm
that grandma
saying.
said, I mean, I think that's one of the reasons why I am the way I am.
Right.
Like
Right.
the way I present myself and being pro Black and wanting more for the community, wanting more for our brothers and sisters is because I know my grandmother didn't
Right.
have some of the opportunities that we got, so we got to take advantage of.
Absolutely. I think that is the passion is clear. You know what I'm saying? And I think that is so amazing that you got to hear that. I miss that because I didn't have my grandparents.
Mm.
You know, so when I hear, you know, people, my friends talk about how they heard these stories from their elders, grandparents, that it's so amazing. It's so exciting. I get so
Nah,
excited. I
see, I'm
live
gonna tell you.
vicariously through you
No,
guys.
you ain't gotta live vicariously to us. You can get grandma's cell phone number. She answer. You just
Listen, but I got aunties. I got aunties.
I
Listen, I got
I'm gonna give her a
aunties.
number too. And I want you to call her, man. So we're gonna have a part two of this show, and we're gonna talk about how that
Yes.
conversation went with you and grandma.
Oh Lord, yes, we could do that
And
because
you
I
know I'm
love it.
serious.
No,
And you
we
know
could
I'm
do
serious.
that.
Okay,
We could
okay.
do that because I love to hear. I love to hear the from their eyes. You know what I'm saying? From their perception. Because at that point, guess what? They were young. They
Yeah,
were children. They were.
yeah,
We don't think about that. They were kids. So it's like, how do they perceive that and take all of that in? So that's dope, delicious. That's dope. So listen, you, Mister Liaison for the Returning Citizens County.
yeah.
Congratulations on that appointing. Okay, what does that mean? Tell us what that role is and what you'll be doing for the county.
Yeah, so let me say how I got there real quick, and then we're gonna talk about the road because how I got
All
there is
right
gonna be
now.
is important. So I always help transitional youth ended up being some adjudicated youth.
Mhm.
Adjudicated youth put me in the returning citizen population. Returning citizens, for those who don't recognize it by the statute of the name, are people who come home from incarceration, and as they come home, they transition back to society. They deserve the same rights and resources as everybody else, and it's not always that way. Um, so as I always got to fight of help, and I was working with organizations like the Keys program right here in the county, Flick Shop with my man Marcus Bullock. Shout out to Flick Shop. Shout out to Marcus Bullock. Uh, Working through Georgetown Pivot program with Flick Shop,
Mhm.
helping people come home. It was a passion to me because this that people don't know, like, until they hear it, like through interviews like this is
Right.
I am also a returning citizen. So I remember coming home, man, in 04, and it took me like 5 years to figure out who I was. But
Mhm.
I was blessed because I had a little different drive. My drive was different, and I had support from family. Everybody ain't
Mhm.
got that. So it
Right.
took me about 5 years to find myself, and another like 10 years to perfect that thing. So I like to get that back, and so people would know that not only am I in the position to help, I understand what they're going through with their help. So
Mhm.
doing it with the county, man, it's the first ever. It's never been nothing in Prince George's County, gorgeous Prince George's, the most affluent black county in the country. Even though they
That's
try
what
to
they
say the
say.
little words they try to say about Chuck County, um, they talk about that
Tell them,
later.
yeah, tell them to go over there with that.
Yeah, but we never had nothing for our returning citizens. We have great programs. We
Mhm.
have different silos of groups, and a lot of them that are
Right.
helping, but
Mhm.
we never
A
had a
lot of
point.
work in the community.
Oh, it's
Right.
a lot of community work. Oh, a lot of community work. But we never really had an actual office or division like we do now. So it's myself and my colleague Michael Williams. It's just he and
Yes.
I. It's brand new. And
Wow.
and this how I say it though, sis. We are the table setters for the Return to
Mm.
Citizens community. And for my table setters, for those who think visually, is we set the table. And if you think about when you set the table, when people coming over for dinner, you got to know what people like, what do they don't like. Are they allergic to something? Think for them. They're gonna need this cup with ice for water and some juice, and they're gonna need to be able to know where the bathroom is and where to wash their hands. So these are all of the things that we're doing for the return of citizen population as they come back home. We're gonna grab all of these great community organizations that's already doing the work,
Right.
all of these
That's
faith
already doing the work.
already doing
Yep.
the work, this great faith-based community that we have, and we're gonna put all of us at a table, and we're gonna show that the resources are here, so it can be an ecosystem, as we call it, and we're calling it the culture, creating a new culture as the
New
people come
culture. Right.
home from Prince George's County. So that's my job,
And that's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. We need more of that. I'm so proud of you.
dog. I'm
And
living my dream.
I know.
You remember I ran for office, and the number one thing I ran for office was returning citizens.
Yep. Yeah.
And 4 years
Yeah.
later, I'm able to lead a division as the liaison. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's crazy.
because you put yourself in a position. You did the work, though.
Yeah,
You did the work. You see, and so you did the work and you kept the faith throughout the process. You see what I'm saying? And then
yeah,
you saw the growth. I say this all the time. It's like a lot of times we plant seeds and then we want to see things happen instantaneously. We
yeah,
want them to happen like right away. And it
yeah,
doesn't happen like that. When you plant a seed, you have to nurture, you have to water it. You
yeah.
have to make sure it's in fertile ground first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be patient. You got to let the sun shine on. You got to let the
Keep
rain
talking.
fall on it.
Nah, but one
All of
one
that.
one more piece to that is most of the growth is underground in the dirt
That part.
where no
That's the
when nobody
part.
can see. Nobody see
That's
that
when
growth.
nobody can see
That's
that.
where you grow at. Then
That's where you
when the
grow.
sun hits you, when the sun hits you, then it's easy to sprout up because you done already built your stable ground.
You done already went through the test and the faith. You
Yeah,
probably your faith has already been tested at that point. You done
yeah.
already although so that part now is for others to we're able to see that now and you're able to contribute
Yeah.
to society, which is part of our human instinct. That's part of our basic human need. That's part of what we're here to do, which is to grow and to
You so dope.
contribute.
You so dope. You so dope.
I'm a smart video girl, you know that.
Yeah, I need a little
But
swag
I
too.
love
I
it.
need some swag. I seen that earlier.
I love
Yeah.
it. I'm loving. That's why, and I know the work that you've been doing. Like I said, bro. Like I know how we grew up. We're '80s babies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We '70s, '80s baby. We know what this.
Yeah.
And it at this juncture, what are you doing now with the kids? Because you have a campaign. You're out here trying. You out here reaching. You got to count. I know. You saw me. I had to come back and you on a mission. You
Yeah.
on a mission to reach
100,000 youth.
1,000 youth. Tell us what that's about and what you're doing.
100,000.
Yes.
So this year was my first. Well, actually, this time last year was my first time in life I took motivational speaking seriously. This time last year, I was working for myself, contracting out, helping organizations out, and I've been connected with one of the best top motivational speakers, youth motivational speakers in the world by the name of Jeremy Anderson. And Jeremy Anderson, man, dope. I've been around about 7 years. So I used to always tell Jeremy, man, I ain't no motivational speaker. I just help you. I do workshops. I'm in workforce development. I help them find jobs, all this other stuff, right? Jeremy used to be like, so do you speak in front of crowds? And like, he tried to be smart. I'm like, yeah, I speak in front of them, but that ain't what I'm there for. And the
Mm-hmm.
truth, here go the truth. We adults, all your listeners are adults. The truth is, Jeremy said, well, you speak really well in front of these youth. And let me just show
Mm-hmm.
you how much you can get paid speaking in front. I said, oh my goodness. I didn't know that this world exists. I didn't
Clutching my pearls.
I said I didn't know this world exists. So I started being more intentional with my
Yeah.
motivational speaking, obviously, and it blew up. So
Wow.
I'm going to all of the schools, organizations speaking to the youth, and I was at Frederick Douglass High School in December, and Frederick Douglass High School in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, was where I got expelled from Prince George's County Public Schools. So I'm in a school, right, and I'm talking to the youngins, and they had just won the state championship, football state championship, and the athletic director was the assistant coach when I was a superstar athlete at Douglas. It was his second or third year as an assistant coach. And he the athletic director. He done won plenty of championships in between. He was like, man, come speak to the football team. So I spoke to the football team, and one of
Mm-hmm.
the youngers in that group said, man, I think if you wouldn't have never came to speak, I don't know what I would have done after college. After high school, because I didn't want to
After.
go to college. And I was like, whoa, ding, 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 and the light flicked off. And I got with my team, hollered at the wife, shout me. And she say, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put together an initiative to reach 20,000 youth. This is what we say. Actually, we went back and forth, like 10, 20,000. We're gonna figure out it's gonna be 10 or 20. So I called Jeremy. This is why it's good to have a mentor and be able to bounce off the wall with ideas. I called Jeremy, right? I said, Jeremy, this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna reach 20,000 youth in 2022. Jeremy, like, dope idea. You're gonna reach 100,000 youth in 2022. So I was like, what? I can't reach 100,000 youth. That's what I'm saying in my head. Like, what do you mean 100,000 youth? That's impossible. I'm doing 20. So Jeremy, like, nope, nope. You're doing 100. You do 100,000. So I did a little digress research. And I said, you know what? We're gonna reach 100,000 youth, and
Mm.
without even putting as much effort as I probably should have, we're right at 40,000 already. So
I seen you.
yeah, yeah, it's
I seen
crazy.
you.
It's
I
crazy.
seen you. The numbers is climbing. It's so funny you say that. This is so amazing. And because you did it, you were the speaker for graduate for what high school? You did was this
Shoot,
huh?
shoot. Quite a few schools.
I know, but the last one you did was you did
Washington Leadership Academy.
when did you do that one?
I think that was the last one.
Oh well, see, I must be late, man. I'm telling you.
Which is
See, but that's what I'm saying. So you were doing the work beforehand. You didn't even realize that you
yeah,
were
I
speaking
wasn't.
to the youth
Yeah,
and
I've been
touching
on
them in
graduations.
ways.
I've been on graduations for years.
That's what I'm saying. And you
For
didn't, and you, I would have
years.
thought that that's what you were doing already. You couldn't tell me that that wasn't on your radar, like you
No,
weren't in
it
that mind
wasn't.
frame.
It wasn't.
So that's so interesting to hear that because, but I'm on a similar journey because I recently stepped away from kind of doing a lot of the video work
Mhm,
and kind of
mhm,
switching it and doing the podcast and
mhm.
I'm
You're
stepping
doing a
into
great
doing
job. You're doing
more.
a great job.
Thank you, thank you. I'm stepping into doing some coaching, mindset coaching, and speaking as well in order to encourage people. So I get that what you're saying that this first of all that speaker world. I'm trying to tap into them dollars too. I'm just saying. So anything you got for a sister, little advice and little let
I
a sister
do.
know
I do.
because
I do. The first piece of advice is we're gonna make sure we tap you into Jeremy Speaker Academy. Real simple. I'm gonna do that. The
okay.
second piece is, man, put systems in place, man.
Hmm.
Systems. If you spell system and it's an acronym, it saves yourself time, energy, and money. So once you put a system in place, whether the system is for the videography or the speaking or both, just putting that
Hmm.
system in place, save yourself time, energy, and money. It allows you to do other things, because oftentimes we are, most of us are
Hmm.
perfectionists. So we want everything to be so perfect, but we spend so much time to say, you know what, until I get this, let me get this joint ready before I do the next thing. You done spent 6 months trying to perfect this joint. And all you had to do is put a system in play, and somebody else could have done it, and you could have moved on to two, three, four other things.
That part. Listen, you talking about a whole lot of stuff because I'm one of those. We all have that perfectionist nature, and that's because we want things to be right. We don't know.
Look,
I told you I get your pen and papers because system. Okay, save yourself
time,
time,
energy,
energy,
and money.
and money. I told him.
Here go my challenge to your listeners, though, for all you perfectionists out there. And you can test me if you want, because I do it. I do it all the time. They be laughing at me. Is just do it. Like whatever it is, don't even question it. Grab your phone and do it. Whether it's a video, a text message, an email, get it done. Doers do. It's funny that it's doers. You might say doers. Doers do. They ain't got time to be sitting here figuring this thing out.
They get it
They
done.
get her done.
Get her done. Listen, it was. You see, it was right on my desk. It was very handy. This is what
Yeah,
what
let's
we
do it.
do.
Whatever it is that you procrastinate with, just
Yes,
right now, very second.
do
Step
it.
away from us and do it. You can listen to us. You can multitask. Just do it. We're gonna be right here waiting.
Mhm.
You can find it. You can pause it. We here. Just do it.
Wow.
Whatever it is.
That's awesome. I think that's another great piece of advice. If you can make sure you got the pens, your notebooks, and your papers. Make sure if you don't, if you I'm telling you, I tell people come to learn, come to take notes, come to learn something new when you come through the show. I
Yeah,
really do hope you
I
are.
love it.
Make
I
sure
love it.
that you are following our guest, Mr. BJ Page, Dr. William BJ Page. Yes, make sure you go and follow him. So,
Yeah,
as you see his shirt, he says, "Your network is your net worth." I've heard you
worth.
say this net worth. Yes, your network is your net. worth.
Ooh, never did that looking at a camera, so that was really hard to do. That was really
I
hard
listen. I just did it too when I was doing
to
the get it done. I was like, okay,
do.
that's backwards. Let me fix my fingers.
That's really hard to do.
Tell us about that because I definitely agree with you. You know, you are the company that you keep, and that's why me and you have to stay closer. We got to get in closer
Yeah, no question, no
proximity.
question.
So tell us what that is. What that campaign? Your network is your net worth.
Man, I think I've been stuck in this space for probably about at least 8 years. Man, I
Mm-hmm.
got this joint trademark. People be laughing at me like, "You got a trademark?" I'll be like, "Yeah, man, it's that important to me because your network is your net worth is literally that. Like the last 5 people in your text message, email, Snapchat, DM, voicemail, they show your value. If you don't like what you see, you're the only one who can change that. So it's oftentimes, man, I get a lot of calls, a lot of emails, as all of you do. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and as they come through, sometimes I gotta go to my phone, pull it up
Mm-hmm.
and look at the last 5 and say, let me call somebody. And I might call somebody that I know can add value to my life and say, and I ain't want nothing. I just hurry up back in my top 5 real quick. And they know me because they already know that that means that much. Like I need that
Yes.
thing to be, I need my last 5 people to show my work. Because at any given
Right.
moment, your life can change. And when that life change, you need to make sure that you surround around the right people.
Mm.
Um, your worth is literally that. Like I'm not a millionaire by bank account, by assets, I am, and by friendship, I'm a billionaire. You know how they say you like you we six degrees of
6 degrees of
separation
separation.
from
Yeah.
everybody in the world. I
Mm-hmm.
used to be like that don't make sense, but today I'm gonna tell you, sis, I'm 1 degree of separation from the most important people in the world. I can have one person called Oprah, one person called Diddy, one person called Percy Miller. Like I legit can have one person that's in my
He called him
phone.
Percy Miller. You hear that? He said
Yeah,
he
yeah,
didn't even.
yeah,
And if you
yeah,
don't know, you don't know, and if you
yeah.
do, you do. That's all I'm gonna say.
But
That's
but
it.
but legit, I can call somebody that can call that person, not call three or
Right.
four people to get to a person. And
Right.
that's what your network is. Your network truly is.
This
Because
is
it's gonna
true.
come a day. Like I'm not quite there yet. I finished one book, finishing 2 more right behind it in a second. It's gonna come a day where I'm gonna be like, ooh, almost at this person name. Hey, can you call over real quick? Like she needs to see this book I got. And that person, because your network is your network, will be like, B, you know, this a one shot deal. If I hit her, I'll be like, cool, please hit
Listen,
her. I'm ready.
I'm ready. Call her now. That's important.
Yeah, it
But
is.
I get that. It's like when you realize that when you build relationships, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying, they're worth so much more. Because that's when you now you gotta get to understand what money is, you know,
yeah,
what's money and what's wealth. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And how do you really equate that? Because money is just a perception of value, my dear.
And
I
that's
mean
that's what
for
we
a lot of
teaching the
people.
kids. That's what we teaching the kids. We teaching the kid. Oh,
Right.
good. When we talk about money and value and worth, we teaching the kids. And I just put is a young man, it's a friend of mine's son that's going to the same college as my daughter and a lot of my little homies. In a text message, I just connected them.
Mm-hmm.
I said, look, your network is your network. Y'all know how we do. Immediately they was like, yep, you connect them with this, connect them with that. They they know that the value of that relationship is so much bigger than the money that they're gonna be able to tap him into their network. He gonna grow faster than they did as they rising seniors. He's a freshman, and he gonna do the same for the next person, and the next person, and the next person, and we all grow. And then I could borrow $1 from all of them and not be rich.
There you go. See, he says, see, train them up the right way. That's what they say. Don't they? Go go, go figure out how to get this money so you can give me some. But
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So, what's your favorite? What's your favorite message to pass along to the youth?
It's normally don't stop. It's normally don't stop. And
Okay.
it sounds cliche, but I don't think they quite hear it enough because normally we say, hey, you know what? You're gonna go to school, you're gonna go to college, get your degree, you're gonna work for 20 years and retire, have this beautiful life and family. Nah, it's way deeper than that. I'm gonna go to
Mm,
school and I'm gonna figure out something else, and I might go back to school further, or I might not go at all. I might go to trade school. I might get the certification. Or I ain't like that. Let
right.
me go try this entrepreneurship. Let me check out this program that they got over there, Smart Video Girl. So it's don't stop just because you got to a certain destination. Because the one thing that won't stop is time. The clock won't keep keep
That's
going
nice.
and keep going and keep going. And the second that you stop, that clock still going. So you done looked up and you 2 days done went by and you like, I ain't did nothing these last two
I ain't
days.
done nothing.
48 hours just went by and I ain't
And you
did
ain't done
nothing.
anything.
So
Nothing.
don't stop. Get up and
No.
keep going. Yeah, you could take a break. I don't do breaks. I
Yeah.
don't do breaks. But if you have to take a break, take a break. But jump right back in it and don't stop.
That is, like you said, it sounds cliche, but when you think about it, I love breaking cliches here on this show. I say
Yeah.
I do that all the time because there is a truth to a lot of quote unquote cliches. Is a lot of truth buried in that, and we just see it at the surface level. But you have to understand the reason why you don't stop growing. You know
Yeah.
why you don't stop growing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You
that's a key
don't
word.
ever stop growing, and that's
Yeah.
why I say that a lot myself. So
And if
that's
you
I
follow
love that.
anybody, whoever's successful to you, whoever you
Yeah, come on.
listeners, whoever is successful to you, I promise you that they didn't stop.
Mm-mm.
Even if
Never.
it's somebody like, let's talk about my grandmother. She's 90 years old. Guess what? At 90, she ain't even stopping. Grandma still, she asks questions, she talks to you, she give information, and that's why she's still living and growing. Because she ain't stopped. And sad, but
Cause
you know,
she
my
ain't
grandfather
stop.
died years ago. This is I never thought about this until just now. Once he retired and he stopped, he passed away.
And that happens all the time. So you know what I'm saying?
Dang.
We that it's the truth because our purpose here, we are made to grow. Just like we're not here to be stagnant. You don't be you're not a child to grow up to be an adult and then stop growing. You don't just get to what at what point of adulthood do you become a full adult that you don't have to be to transition to the next. There's always some transition, and
Yeah.
that's why I love what we're going to talk about in a second. Because I want to do my sponsors and everything like that. But and when you're
She got
growing,
sponsors.
sponsors,
Golly.
yeah, what you think what this hell? Y'all
Go
got
ahead.
sponsors, man. When you're growing, you are always that means you're learning, you're exercising. It's not just your body, it's your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's more so your mind because once you think you know everything, that's a form of stopping. You know what I'm saying? Once you think you
It
know
is.
everything, you could be
Mm,
going all day physically, but you think you know everything, you're still not growing. There's no
I agree.
growth in that.
I
So
agree.
you have to be open while you're growing. While you're going, you got to be open. That's all I got to say.
Why
All
you
right, y'all.
growing? You got to keep going. Ow. Go ahead.
I turn everything into a song now. All right, y'all. So I just want to tell y'all, I want to thank you all first and foremost for liking the show. Make sure you go share, like, and subscribe to the
Oh,
channel. Okay, yeah, you gotta. It's weird.
it's
So
over there.
right, do
Yeah.
that right there. Okay, right there. Boom, boom. And it's on YouTube. Look up Only Greatness Media Production. That is my production company. Yes,
I love
that's
it. I love
working it out, working it out. Y'all, I
it.
know I told y'all about this. The Upside app. You use the Upside app?
I don't, but I got an app that I use. But go ahead. I'm familiar
Okay, well,
with
the
it.
Upside app. Let me tell you something. I done made money on the Upside app. I use the Upside app. I encourage you all to collect your coins from the Upside app. Okay, I say a penny is a penny is a penny. So sharing is caring, and gas prices are coming back down. So luckily, you can save some. But I done made $50 on the Upside app. I don't know about y'all, but it's very
Can't
handy.
beat that. Let me see.
Cannot beat that. That's right. And so you can scan the QR code to sign up for me right there. Sharing is caring. Oh, because my friends get gas and it'd be like, you just made 14 cents. I'd be like, thank you. I appreciate that. You have to appreciate the little things. Okay. It's the little things.
I just
All
scanned it
right.
too.
And then,
It worked.
see, I told you. Look, I don't play no games over here. All right, shout out to Wild Radio. Whoop, 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 whoop. My girl Carib Jim. This podcast will be syndicated on Wild Radio. It's going to be on Monday mornings at 8 a.m. So you can start your week off with a little motivation and inspiration, and then follow up with a live show every Tuesday at 7. So on Wild Radio at 8 a.m. Make sure you start checking that out. Shout out to my girl. I appreciate you. Shout out to my sponsors, Miss Sharon Lee on the run.
On the
Yes, we
run.
love her. Yes. So, I love my sponsors. I love my viewers. It's been amazing. When I started this podcast, it was just like, okay, Spirit was like, go do it. You got to do this. Do it now.
Doers do.
Doers do. I had the thought one day, I put it in motion, and I said, okay. And we've been here every week for the last 8 episodes. I want to thank you all for being intentional, for being here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. I
That's
really do appreciate that.
that's so
All
dope.
right. And don't forget, y'all, we are selling arts. We are selling art because we love our artists. Okay. So if you want to check this out, and look at that. That
Mm,
was a stroke of genius. Make sure you go and um follow this young lady because she is very, very, very talented. This is a photo that she did, and then the painting, and she did that all off a site. She had a
that's dope.
stroke. BJ, she had a stroke at 33.
Mm,
No artistic ability,
mm.
and that was 2 years ago. She just had a yeah.
Oh yeah,
Look at this one.
I got you. I gotta check that out.
Look at that.
Dang, that's dope.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So Stroke of Art, make sure you check her out on Instagram at strokeofart.montressa. Let her know that introducing Smart Video Girl sent you, and I know she'll be very appreciative
Yeah.
of that. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. But again, I am joined by no other than Dr. William B.J. Page. Woo-hoo. So are you still doing Boys the Bow Ties?
So Boys to Bow Ties is no longer a non-profit. But Boys to
Okay.
yeah, but it's all good. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. What I'm about to say. But Boys to Bow Ties is still a program under a
Okay.
few different initiatives and other nonprofits. Shout out to Right Now in Academy, my man Gino LeGrant. So Boys to Bow Ties, as we built it, the meat potatoes of what we teach and the curriculum is still going on, but we don't have it as a nonprofit. But let's talk about that for a hot second. So I know a lot of people like, man, I'm starting this business. Oh, I don't want to let it go. Oh, I can't let it go. It's my baby. Made a lot of money. I've changed so many lives. I've done so much work. And they like, oh, I'm not letting it go. It comes a time, like my kids are 20 and 21, right? They will forever be my children. They are not going anywhere. But I have to let them go so I can do other things, right? So what I learned in business from a good mentor of mine who's very successful, man. Shout out to Dirk Jason Smith. Is sometimes we go as far as we can in business, and you got to say, you know what? Let me let that business go because the worst thing that can happen is I just start another business. So I learned so much as we went through with Boys Bow Ties, and that's what Dirk told me. The worst thing that can happen is you start another business. So as I learned all these things with Boys and Bow Ties, I said I take what I needed to know from there and I start something else, and that's what we did. And I'm super excited to be where I am today.
That is amazing. I think that's part of the growth process. I mean, as entrepreneurs, no entrepreneur or like real entrepreneur that I know has just one business anyway. They have multiple
Correct.
businesses and they've started them multiple times. So if you are an entrepreneur, if you think that you just have to start a business, that's you're still going into your entrepreneur your
Big facts.
entrepreneurship. But
Big
yes,
facts. And
entrepreneurs,
don't
they
be
live
afraid
in
of failure.
uncertainty. Huh?
You know, don't be afraid of failure, man.
That
Fail,
part. That's the part.
yeah, fail hard and fail fast. Like the quicker that you fail is the quicker you learn, and the quicker you learn, the quicker you grow, and the quicker you grow, the quicker them pockets get fat. The quicker them pockets get fat, the quicker you invest. The quicker you invest, the quicker you purchase more things in life to be greater. You leave things for your family to grow, and it creates a snowball effect because everybody behind you is going to do the same thing, and we look up and it's like all of us billionaires helping our kids.
That's what I'm talking about, T. That's why that's my friend. That's why that's my friend. That's my friend right there. You understand? See, he got visions and goals and says so he understands. He
But it's
understands.
reality. It's
It
reality.
is.
Like it's
It
not
is.
it's not a secret, man. It's not a
Mm,
secret. Most of us just really don't believe it. Like
mm.
you gotta be around some winners, and I'm not even going to talk about it financially, but just some winners. Like
Winning is a mindset. Winning
Oh man,
winning is a mindset.
I
You
ain't
know what
never
I'm saying?
lost.
Never. Listen.
I ain't never
That
lost.
has been my mindset. So let's talk about, because this is like perfect transition to a child's mind. Because um, I, what I'm getting ready to say to your point is I've never I've never felt that defeated. I've always felt like a winner. I've always felt like an overcomer. I've never felt
Yeah,
like there was anything that was impossible. Now, it may have been really hard and I may have given up, but it did not mean that it was impossible. It just means that I didn't do it.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It meant that I didn't do it, but I think that that is an understanding that that um that I had, that I grew up with. I couldn't tell you where it came from. Um, but I think that a lot of people, to your point, don't understand that there's nothing impossible.
no,
But it's all about a belief and it's all about a perception. And there are certain things in our, and I want to talk about, we have like these six superpowers that I think that we
I
lose,
love that
you know?
word. Use it all the time.
Superpowers. So there's six superpowers that we lose as we get older, as things start to in infiltrate our brains, right?
Mhm.
We forget how to imagine.
Mm,
Kids have great imagination.
mm,
They have
mm.
endless imagination. My daughter is going to be 3 years old. Her imagination is endless. Okay, I had a birthday for a whole month. I had friends come to my birthday party. She had the cake. We had a whole party. You know what I'm saying? But it was every day. It was a new thing. We have to, as we get older, we have to keep that. We have to keep that imagination, because it allow you, just like you said, to have that vision and say, look, you're gonna do this and this and this, and we're gonna be millionaires. You have to believe that. You have to allow your mind to imagine that.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
can't lose that. That's a superpower. We have to keep that, okay? All right. The other one is memory, right? Memory. Memory is a superpower. Now, memory is perfect. Our memory is perfect. We forget things, but that our memory is perfect. So
Yeah.
we have to, what we have to do is, and the reason why memory becomes blemished is because we don't like the way it felt.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. We suppress our memory, but it's still perfect in its essence. So we have to learn, we have to play like memory games and work on our memory and things of that sort, because then we can start to remember the good things and bring in those feelings that feel good. Okay. But
Okay.
that's another one of our superpowers. Another one is reason. Reason is the ability to accept and reject ideas. Reason is the ability to say, he he called you ugly. Well, I'm not ugly. So therefore, he's not talking to me. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? I don't have to attach what he said to me, because I have the ability to reason. I have the ability to say yes or no to an idea. I have the ability to make a choice.
Keep
That
going. Keep going.
that is your superpower. That is another superpower. Okay. hmm
Keep
Another
going.
one. Number one. Another one is intuition. Intuition is that gut feeling. We call it what they hear, they call it your gut. You feel it in your gut. Intuition is your ability to read people's vibration. It's your
Yeah.
ability to catch, it's your ability to catch the vibe. You and my very first show, I said everything vibe. That's
Mm.
intuition, your ability to come in and to say, oh, that vibe, that's your intuition. That is a super power. Okay. These things we are born with. And that's why I say a child's mind is very precious. Very, very, very precious. Okay, so I said, yeah, I have I gave you reason. I gave you imagination. Oh gosh.
Give me
Okay.
another one. Give me
Okay, I
another
got
one.
another one for you. What did I Okay, let's go over them again. Reason,
Reason.
imagination, intuition. Oh, Jesus, I should have had my notes.
You got me in education mode. I'm over here psyched listening. Like, get him,
Said
Sean. Get him. Get him.
yes, 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 yes. I have them.
You got me your notes?
Yes, I do. I do,
Well,
of
now look at them
course.
notes. We got to hear this.
Yeah. I
We
am
got
okay. Hold on. Let me get the. These are my digital notes, but hold on real quick, cause I got
yeah.
right to
We got to hear this.
them. He said we gotta get
While
it.
she step away, y'all better make sure y'all take these notes, man, because I love learning and it's
Yes,
exciting.
learning is the key. Yes, I'm telling you.
She in
I
mommy mode. I ain't see
always.
that. I ain't see the lick the finger for paper.
Oh yeah, you got to get to. Listen, when okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so I gave you memory. I gave you intuition, reason, and imagination. Okay.
That's
The
full.
next one is will.
Ah.
Will. You say, oh,
Ooh.
I use this with the kids all the time because my daughter, right? She wants something. Her will is strong. Will is the ability to hold an idea in your mind without any interruption. That means I get an idea and I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna survive. I'm gonna hold that. Nothing's
Mm-hmm.
going to nothing's going to stop me from surviving. That's
Mm-hmm.
your will. Okay. And the last one is perception. Perception is the ability to see things a different way. Okay. Perception. So that those are your six superpowers. Perception means that I can see things from a different angle. I can see things. Well, how would BJ see that? How would a returning citizen, again, back to you setting the table? You have you're in a position to have kind of a bring everybody's perceptions to the table so everybody can kind of see
Yeah.
where everybody's at. That's a gift. That's what you're doing. Those are our superpowers. So again, perception, will, memory, intuition, reason, and imagination.
I love it.
These are your six superpowers, people. And I promise you, if you can tap into this, that's a child's mind. If you think about it, these things, people, children don't have to think. The only
Let
one that they
I
may
want to
have a
add to
problem with
that.
is reason. You know what I'm
I'm not going
saying?
to add another step. I'm not going to add another step. But I'm going to add one piece to your superpowers.
Mhm.
Superpowers never go away.
That part.
All you have to do is tap back into yourself, speak it out to existence, and your superpowers are back. And we all have them. And I love those six superpowers. So shout out to you
Yes.
for that. That's
Yes.
it.
Yes. That's right, y'all. So you just, we have been we've been you guys know about your five sentence senses. And so don't allow your five senses, okay, because that's like the kryptonite of your
Yeah.
of your six superpowers. Make sure that your five senses aren't allowing you to tap into your six superpowers.
Mm.
Okay. All right, I'm telling you, it's a way of thinking. It's a new way of thinking. That's what I wanted to introduce you guys. I want you guys to think about how you're using those. How are you using your perception? Are you locked into what you see every day, and has that become your reality?
Can we give
And
them a challenge while they're here? Can we give them a
absolutely.
challenge? Can the challenge be that you share those superpowers with somebody 18 and under today?
Mm,
Share those
okay.
because they are valuable. They are valuable superpowers. I mean, those are game changers. They can change somebody's entire life just by hearing that they have those six superpowers.
Mhm. And you have control. Those are your superpowers. Like you really have that. And it's funny you say that because that's something that I'm working with my son, and I homeschool him, and so I'm changing my whole curriculum to emphasize tapping into these things.
Hmm.
Tapping into his memory and your perception and how do you see? Because that's all like reading comprehension. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it is.
Reason is mathematics. Come on, what we talking about?
Girl, come teach the class. We gonna get you some more gigs.
Give me some more gigs. You know I love them. I want it. So I want to thank you guys. Listen, if this show is coming to an end, it goes so fast. It goes so fast. Again, I am your smart video girl. It has been a great show. Make sure you go and follow me on Instagram at smart It's your girl. All right, y'all gonna see me with these shirts on. I got a whole guys. I say you gonna know me by the end of the day. You're gonna see me walking down the street. I'm gonna be at the gas station. You're gonna see me at the park with the kids. I'm
As
gonna
you
have on a
should.
shirt. You're gonna know it's
As you
me. You're gonna be
should.
like, oh, there she
As
go.
you should. I'm gonna
Just
have
say
one too.
hello. Just say hi. And you know what? I'm not just a smart video girl is not just me. You know, it's a movement. It's a thought process. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's a whole that way of revolutionizing the way
I
girls
love
can.
it.
You could be a smart video girl. We could
I
all
love it.
be.
Well,
So
you've always helped me out. Like I mentioned, my little run for office a few years back. You was the first person I ran to ask for help, and you got me
yeah.
straight. And I love you for that, and I'm forever indebted to you. And thank you.
Well, that's what. Look, it's cool. I'm going to cash them checks, those coins in now because I'm about to get with you and the speaking program. I'm excited about
Yeah, I'm
that.
excited for you.
Yes.
I'm excited for you.
Yes, and make sure that you go on over to Instagram and like my friend BJ at BJ Page. Make sure you put the I on there, okay?
That's
And
right.
make sure you show him put some respect on his name, okay? Some respect on it, and make sure you say hi to sister for me and let her know I'm sending my love to you too,
She already
okay?
told me to tell you, hey.
Great. I love you guys. I'm so excited. So, when this is on, you guys are probably gonna be booed up somewhere. You know.
Date night.
Mhm.
We've been together
Y'all got
17
date night.
years, man. We don't mess that date night up, man. Soon as
That's
they, yeah,
awesome.
we get that date night in, baby.
That's awesome. So real quick, so yeah, that I think that's a beautiful thing. And I think that people should take note of that because that's a childlike mind. Some people say, I had a old woman who was married for like 62 years said the reason that she and her husband stayed together so long is because they felt like teenagers
Mm,
every
mm,
single day. They still saw
mm.
each other as teenagers.
God, that's
So,
crazy. That's crazy. I'm
how
gonna use
to
that.
know.
I'm gonna use that.
Well, y'all doing date night, keeping it fresh and young. I love it. I love it. And
Yeah,
if y'all
man.
don't know, y'all make sure y'all check out the page group. Make sure you just check
Oh
them out.
man, we got a book coming out in a minute, man. That's how you.
Yes.
That joint gonna blow your socks off. I couldn't whistle like I wanted to, but y'all get the point.
Right. So make sure and check them out because you did mention you have a book. Tell them where they can find the book and any other
Oh man,
things you got
everything on my
going on.
social media, man. Just hit my
Okay.
social media, click my link tree, everything you need to know there. Yeah.
Well, there you go. You heard it right there. Make sure that you keep it locked. We are always, always, always here every Tuesday at
7
7 p.m.
p.m.
That's right. I have great guests.
More music.
Conversation. Yes. This is my outro. It's a little funky fresh. Yeah, wait till the beat drop. It's gonna come in. Yes, look at that. He gets it. So make sure you check me out every Tuesday, 7 p.m. right here on YouTube. I thank you all so much. I can't say it enough. I appreciate every single one of you who tune in, support, sponsor, who click, like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know every single time that I go live. I really do appreciate you. This season is going by really, 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 really fast. Okay. And I don't know what's next for me, but I know it's gonna be awesome. So keep it locked. Again, Smart Video Girl on IG. And until next week, peace for me. Peace.